Alright everybody, as promised, I was going to do the Globeliner build, and before I even open the box to show you guys the parts in this one, which they're all pretty much the same, this one's going to be done up a little bit different. I'm going to do a custom two-tone paint job on the cab. The chassis is going to get painted the color, a color, and so are the rear end housings, and of course, since this one is a cab over engine, you're going to see the back of that 3-speed transmission. So I've got the closest color to well, it's actually Caterpillar yellow. I was able to find this at a Tractor Supply. So I've got Caterpillar yellow. And then the bottom half is going to be, you've seen this paint before too, this is burnt copper. This is going to be the bottom half of the truck, and then the upper half is going to be a black pearl flake. So to date, that's going to be the most tricked out one I have. So I figured if I'm going to do an old school cab over, I might as well do it up pretty cool. But let's go ahead and dig into this box here. Seeing how it's been sitting here since yesterday, as you can see, I've already assembled the flatbed last night. You're at a crappy angle right now, but that's due to me having to open this box. I always try to save these boxes because they look so cool. Alright, there we go, there's that part. Alright, we've got our chassis plates, which these ones actually look shorter than the all the previous ones I've done, which is not a big deal. We've got our big Globeliner box here, which probably has metal parts in it. We've got our box with the shiny parts from the chassis rail. There's the transmission pieces, and we've got some shiny stuff like our bevel gear shafts, our exhaust stacks, and the like. Just pull everything out first and let you guys take a look at it. And our cab. Of course, our sticker sheet. Not going to be using barely any of that due to the fact that it's the stickers are blue. We got chrome plated pieces here. And of course all our parts trees. So we got all that out of the way. Let's go into what makes this kit tick. First, I'm going to start off with, here's our cab. As you see, it's pretty much an open back, which is going to get painted. And of course we're going to have to rock the Caterpillar. Let's go into this little box here, which has our nice little chrome shiny stuff. This has our wheels, cross members, transmission gears, fifth wheel assembly, all that good stuff. That box can go up on the flatbed for now. This big box here has all of the metal parts in it, along with the tires. So we've got our little linkages for the tranny here. We got our little exhaust stacks, all that. We have, oddly enough, this is an old kit. Look at the way they've got the numbering on them. D is very small. We've got C. It goes down to F. Then we've got a bunch of non-labeled bags, but of course, always works that way. Start with our A hardware. We've got our little shift linkages, differentials, what they call bearings. Yeah. Those are brass bushings. Our mesh grill springs and stuff. Our set screws for the pinions, which have to get Loctited in. Our internal gears, cab mounts and brackets, of course, thread lock. Let me pull out these tires here. Not the best tires in the world, but they work. Yeah, 10 of those, of course. And then we've got our E-bag, which just has more parts for the differentials. So after seeing that, that's pretty much it there. So we just go in our plastic pieces. We got our gas tanks, running boards, front grille, drop visor, gas tank ends, step bars, windshield wipers, mufflers, lower bumper, back diamond plate tray for the behind the cab, mud flap mounts, fender flares, rear bumper. This is pretty much all suspension pieces and cross members. Got our interior with our back panel, which that's what I was looking for. I'm going to have to assemble that together and half paint that. We've got our electronics tray, holds battery, everything. Beautiful. Transmission housings, which we know is going to be painted up, Caterpillar yellow, and I think I might actually do the differentials, the axle housings, in Caterpillar yellow as well, too. I don't know. These frame rails will get painted up too, but let's do the shiny stuff. We got our pink shocks again, our 20-tooth gear, 13-tooth gear, 10-tooth pinion, both our differential carriers, our pinions, there's 3 of them of course, diff shafts, exhaust covers, our shafts for the transmissions, our springs for the front and rear, and of course our I-beam, and the 540 cam motor that comes with all of them. Well, that's pretty much going to do it for that. I'm going to start masking off the body and lining up for paint. So there's the unbox of the Globeliner and a little sneak peek of what I'm going to end up doing to it. So I'm going to waste no time. It's a beautiful day. Sun's out, perfect weather for painting, so I'm going to get to it. Later, guys. Alright guys, here we are. We're a little bit further in the build. I've got my rear suspension set up, the cross members, and you can see the frame is burnt copper, which looks pretty cool. I'm just going to, well, that's all you get to see for now of that. Got the axles here. I painted them Caterpillar yellow, as well as the transmission case and the aluminum ends that go on it, because the next step in the build is to be doing the differentials and then going in and actually building the axles. So I figure I might as well go ahead and make sure that these are ready to be done. They've been sitting for quite some time in the sun drying, but they are still a little tacky, seeing how they've been shot with 3 coats of truck, tractor, and implement paint. But we're going to see how it turns out. This should be the coolest looking one out of all of them that I have. Just a little bit of an update. This one's going to be just a complete 1 video build on the entire truck, and I'll do it again. Yeah, you guys are probably going to pause that to look and see what the cab looks like, but that's the update for now. I'll do a little bit more work on it, and you guys can check it out. Alright, I'm going to give you guys just one little update before the I call it quits for the night tonight. We've got the rear ends in there, and both of them do turn the same way when the front propeller shaft is in. We've got our little dog bone in there that goes in between the primary and secondaries. We got our suspension where it's movable. I've got my front suspension done. You guys can see in the background I've got my transmission plates back here. What I'm waiting on is waiting for these just to dry a little bit more, so I won't be doing the transmission until tomorrow. Because just touching them, it's such a heavy paint that it causes the fingerprints and everything to muck it up. So I'm not going to be doing any more of that tonight. I got as far as putting the leaf spring suspension on the front, getting the rear put together, And, oh, just did it again. I'm going to keep doing that till it's done, guys. So, yeah. That's going to wrap it for right now. I'm pretty much done for the night. Yeah, I figured I might as well just throw that on there for looks, because we're going to have the copper fifth wheel plate, but the rest of it's all going to be black. So it's going to... The Caterpillar, copper, and black and chrome theme is all going to pull together really nicely in the end. This is going to be probably the best truck I've done yet, and I don't know why. Maybe because it's a cab over and I absolutely hate the design, so I want to make it look as cool as possible. But there you go, folks. That's where I am for tonight. The reason you don't see the shocks on is because I got pink shocks and I painted them silver, which they turned out more chrome looking, which is all the better for me. I'm waiting for those to dry. So first thing in the morning is shocks, finishing the front suspension on it, and then moving on to the transmission. So I'm going to go ahead and click it here, and then we're going to see a fully assembled transmission and everything in the next shot. Alright guys, another little quick update here on the build. We've got the transmission in. Completely assembled, greased. We have our drivetrain completely assembled. Everything's good to go on that part. Next is doing the mud flaps, and we're pretty much in the home stretch now, seeing how motor, transmission, servos, the axles, everything's all done. I did go ahead and last night JB weld my axles together so they are locked. So I'll have 8-wheel drive back there. Well, technically 4-wheel in the rear since the duals are coupled together, but you get my point. There's a super quick little update. I'm going to do some more to it, and then I'll show you some more. What's going on, guys? Just yet another update here on this massively long video for the build of my Tamiya 1/14th scale Globeliner. And we're just going to start from the back. We're not done yet. And I'm finally going to reveal the cab. But for now I'm going to show you what I've done. I've got my drive axles, of course, you know, painted Caterpillar yellow. The engine back there is also painted Caterpillar yellow, or the transmission rather. Got our fifth wheel assembled and working. Mud flaps on, we don't have the bumpers yet. All the wheels are on. Fuel tanks, front tires, and now I'm finally going to show you guys the design I chose for the cab. I went with a split two-tone of burnt copper and black pearlescent metal flake. Now, of course, it's still just the guts, but like any truck you'd see in a custom shop getting work done to it, it'd be sitting in a stage looking like that. But as far as the motor-wise, it's the stock can motor and painted Caterpillar color. The transmission, we're going to say this truck's got a 550 kitty in it. As I know all the other ones, there's going to be a video I'm going to be doing later on with all 4 of them, with the specs on them and all that, and their names. This one, the only name I could think of was Class Act, so it kept ringing through my head because I thought about a million different ones. Thought about Copperhead, then I was like, wait a minute, I already did that on a Wraith, so I can't reuse the name. There's no redo, so that's where we're sitting for the end of the tonight. I'm not going to be doing any more on it. I got a lot accomplished from where I was earlier, so there you go, guys. There's another update on this extremely long video. We're in the home stretch now. Now is going to be all the detail work coming in, so once this is done, this is going to be a killer looking rig, especially with all the chrome and everything that's going on it. It's going to look great, so there you guys go. There's the my custom Globeliner, so we're going to cut it here, and then next shot will be another update.